Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to apologise for the stream cutting out there. My computer actually crashed on that one, so very, very sorry about that. We are now back here for the end of the race. I'm just getting my overlays all fixed up once again. So we'll see if we can get all this fixed. As I've left my stream volume on, did not mean to do that. Don't want to have it be doubling up. So once again must apologise for that happening there. Did not mean for my computer to crash like that. Just decided to have a hissy fit apparently. As we will now just fix this. JJ Endo, Jacko's back in the chat saying F. So let's fix all the overlays here. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I must apologise. So sorry for that happening. Apparently my computer just didn't like it very much. There we go, let's fix that one. Now we will just fix our overlay as well. Can you hear me now, Ben? Just wondering, maybe I need to turn it up a bit. Is that any better? Just let me know there, Ben. I'm pretty sure I've gotten it all fixed now. So I will just now continue to fix this up, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'm just going to get these ones. So, the volume is better, very, very good. Okay, so Jack has just informed me he's in now for 1.5 stints. I'm just trying to get all my logos and stuff fixed up, ladies and gentlemen, so just bear with me just for a moment. See if that worked. Oh no, the logo's too big. Let's fix it. It's close enough. We got it now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I must apologise for my computer crashing there, but we are now back with just about 2 hours to go in this race. As my colleague has had an incident here. Let's see what's happened. The race has gone off towards the end of this one. Oh, he's just lost the rear end there. Let's see what he's done on that one. A lot of people having incidents now. Let's watch it here into turn 1. Oh, just losing that rear end. Did very well to keep it out of the wall, though. Shane Newens has also had an incident. Quite a few incidents, in fact, in the Mauler eSports car. Let's see if we can get a bit of view here. So he's coming down here towards the bus stop. Oh, and just loses it on the exit. Oh, very lucky. Jake Edwards had an incident as well. Here in the crisscross racing car. Oh, it seems that he's been hit from behind. Almost P fence. You did well to keep it out of the fence, to be fair. I think that might have been a bit of a net code there. Shane Newens also having a crash here as well. Just losing that rear end there, but we'll go back to live, ladies and gentlemen. Back up to P1 here. And I got to fix these so they're all the team names once again. I don't know why it says Orbit Motorsport. It should not be Orbit Motorsport. That's better. There's a couple people here in the green room. Dylan Burst, we'll bring him in first. Dylan Burst.
How you going, bro?
Good, thanks, mate. How are you?
Oh, look, could be better, but we're pretty mint at the moment.
Is that your teammate that's also in the green room as well?
Yeah, mate, drag him in. He can have a yarn.
So, how you going, boys?
Oh,
Bad, mate,
Pretty
not
good.
bad. I could be better, but
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh,
off, mate.
no, we're going. Moving along.
So, just so I can confirm, which car are you guys in?
Oh, we're the number 69 car, and he's the number 699 car.
Yep, that's right. So, Eclipse Sim Sports.
Yep, that's
Yep.
it, mate.
Yep. I mean, were you guys the guys that came together, or was it some of you, or was it the
Oh,
other car?
No, we came together. We had a huge almost.
It was a love tap, you know.
A
Yeah.
love tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit cute like that. Like, we should go to...
It gets a bit wild between
Yeah.
us two sometimes, so you just, you know.
We really
it's
wanted
more-
to be in
it's
Central
more
Sydney at the
for
moment.
fun and
But,
games.
yeah, we really wanted to be in Central Sydney at the moment, but yeah, well, that's what you get on the big jobs. Yeah, no, it was a bit of an off though. Could have been a lot worse, but we're chilling. Race is going.
Very, very good. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you guys. I mean, you've had a little bit of bad luck, but your team seems strong. I think you guys. You know, you're still currently first place at the moment in the 69 car. I think you guys are going to have a strong season, no doubt about it, regardless of your result today. So, you guys have got some absolutely mega pace in all three cars.
Yeah, no, cheers for that, mate. I mean, look, it's not looking the best for us in the 69 car at the moment. Like, we've got a few incidents in that, and yeah, fuel isn't quite the best, so we're probably going to end up second for the day here, but you never know what can happen. Although, yeah, I mean, we're definitely one to look out for the season. We'll put a bit more prep in. It's sort of a last-minute thing when this was on, so it didn't have much prep into it. But nah, should be right, though. I'm hoping we can get a good result. Championship, that's all I'm really hoping for.
Well, I reckon you boys have got some mega pace, as I said. You know, you've been up there all day. Well, just as you mentioned, anything can happen.
Yep.
Obviously, you guys are a bit unlucky to be spun around early on by the Porsche, but you know, you guys have kept your head down, pushed forward some more, and yeah, as I said, you know, you said it as well. Anything can happen in this race. We saw it happen with the GTPs, with other GT3 cars as well. So
Yep.
you know, it's just something to always keep in mind throughout this race.
That's it, mate. That's it. Like, you never know. They can have a big talent failure and just lose it. Like Mr. Drifter, you never know, eh? Like, it could still be on, but at this rate, it's looking like second. Shame for the other car too, though. Like, they got really unlucky. They had a slight equipment talent failure.
I
Yeah.
think slow is a bit of an understatement,
Yeah,
Bruce.
that was a massive shock.
Yeah. Look,
Mate,
he's in the medical centre right now, but he's doing all right.
I
so-
mean,
Yeah, he's doing it.
the car come around the
Yes,
corner
well-
and just decided to go exit left, like straight in the wall,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like.
Oh,
I mean,
not just
look,
once, mate. Not just once.
I don't think it was driver error.
No, it wasn't.
He
It was hardware or whatever it was. So.
Yeah, well, that's what he seems to say. You never know with him. Like, he's a bit of a dodgy Donny like that. But, yeah, anyway. That's what happens when you're like 10k Williams driver, so.
Oh, well, great to have a chat to you boys. Thanks for being in here. Really appreciate it.
Good, bro.
I
Thank
hope
you
you
very
got. I
much.
hope you guys can stick on the top step, and then you can come have a chat again at the end of the race if you do take that victory. So, regardless,
Sweet, bro.
if not, good luck for the rest of the season, boys, and yeah, hope you finish strong today.
Cheers, mate.
Mitch.
Have a good
Have
one.
a good one.
Yeah,
too,
good
boys.
chatting to you, mate. See you, bro.
Cheers.
Bye.
Great to have a couple of those boys in here. Of course, we saw the replay of Ben Keat just pirouetting that car once again. Just let's see here. Apparently, Jack Anderson has had a moment into the bus stop. Let's see if we can find it. Nothing on here at the moment for it. Welcome everyone back to the broadcast. Once again, I do apologise for it ending so abruptly before. Had me a bit of a computer crash, unfortunately. Jack Oz, it doesn't actually say anything about your moment on lap 226, and I don't really want to have to rewind on the broadcast, to be honest. So. See Adam Ferguson getting past Lockhart Brownlee. So Lockie must be in the pits at the moment. That'll be the end of his stint until he comes, or until the end of this race at least. Seb should be in the car. But Adam Ferguson has just come out of the pits and he has mucked it up completely. Unbelievable. Let's check out the quick replay of what has just happened. It's coming round T1 here. Oh, and the Beamer just hitting the front end of the GTP car there and then trying to not cut the circuit there. Trying to remember to come back here onto the track nice and safely. Bit of an unfortunate moment for him in this race for sure, ladies and gentlemen. But great to see that he was able to keep it nice and tidy on the re-entry there. See Sam Murray as we go back to live. Seb is back out on track. Seb Murray-Wesberg. We've spoken to him a couple of times this race from Velix Sim Racing. Number 125 car. Doing very, very well at the moment. As the DBM car with Cameron Dance in the driver's seat is now coming to the pit lane and is just coming to the pits. So we'll have to see what sort of stop this will be for him. We'll go back to the Velix Racing Team car for the moment. Seb Murray-Wesberg. Where is PCD? That's have a gander. I'm pretty sure they will be filling under this possibly. Let's just see where they are. Team PCD. Currently P4 in the pro class. I can get up to them. There we go. Marcus Watson currently under control of that car. So doing a very, very good job so far in that Audi. Currently sitting P4. Is a lap down on the leaders. Or on P1 in class as we see the Eclipse car number 69. We just spoke to some of their teammates just before. Eddie Beswick. 420 still out there. We just saw Damo come into the pits.
5-second penalty added to the next pit stop for car 066 for dangerous driving and contact with car 444 on lap 197.
So we now have a pit lane penalty there. We heard it from Ben Anthony himself. 5-second stop and hold at the pit stop for car number 66 for their contact with Mark 1 Esports. Let's check out the car that's going to be getting the stop and go. It's Alex Bergstrom here in the pro class. Why? And I know their team name is mucked up again. You are funny, Jack Oz. You're funny. I need to fix their team name once again. Must apologize. Let's see if we can fix it. Here. I wouldn't say these cars are made for this circuit. I'd say these cars can suit this circuit. That's what I would say. I'd say the circuit can suit these cars quite nicely. I don't think that they are, you know, necessarily a bad car for it. You know, I think it is definitely one to be remembering, as we'll just fix that team name just there on the overlay. See if I can also fix my sound for the radio, because I don't want to have the radio running in the race. So let me just quickly fix this, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have it. Oh, I don't know where to bring it out of. I'll bring it out of there, and then I'll just turn it down. There we go. That should now fix the issues. I'll just turn... I should have done it to the other one. As I don't want... Sorry, once again. We're just going to change it to my other monitor so I can actually turn it down. There we are, ladies and So, of course, we now currently sit with the leader of the race, Cam Dance. Currently in control of this field. He is encroaching closer and closer on that 911 Rapid Team Rennsport car. And increasing closer and closer on lapping the entire field today, ladies and gentlemen. Here on the Daytona 8-hour broadcast. See in the protest screen, pit lane penalty has been announced for car number 36. The Alpha Venturi Racing car for contact with car number 65. Whitey's Pies powered by Ryko on lap 201. So a drive-through penalty for car number 36. See if we can get them up on screen here. In the Lamborghini Alpha Venturi 515. Obviously with the wrong car number this weekend. So I believe they might have just served it. They've not yet served it. So we'll see when they do. We'll keep an eye on that one. Ben Keat once again went off track. Let's see what happened here. Just running a tad wide there. Turn 1, turn 2. Very lucky there not to punch it into the wall. So we'll head back up now towards the leader of this race, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, with only 2 hours, 45 minutes, or 1 hour and 45 minutes to go, actually, we're getting down now to the nitty and gritty. We're getting down to the point of, you know, how hard are these drivers now going to push to make it to the end? Are they going to push too hard and then make a mistake? Or are they going to take it somewhat kind of easy and just hope that the car survives longer than any of the other cars around them? This race, even though it's on paper, is only an hour and 45 minutes away from being over, ladies and gentlemen. It is far from being over in the terms of anything can happen in that span of time. Anyone can have an incident. Anyone can get a long pit stop. And now, at this portion in the race, is the time that you do not want to bin that car. Because it is going to mean that you're not going to have as much of a chance to get back on track, gain what you're going to lose in the pits. Now, even if you still have your fast repair, if you tow now, say from a spot on the track that isn't beneficial, you're still going to lose a lot of time. We saw it happen. Velix Sim Racing, they lost a lap having to tow back, use their fast repair, and then do their pit stop. So you can lose so much time, you know, out there just not being prepared. Or not necessarily being prepared, but sort of just losing that, having that little brain fade. Having a little poor moment where you go, oh yeah, that's right, I'm still racing. So these guys are, you know, we mention it, they are so talented to be driving for this long, as Richard Mitchum has had an off track. Let's see what caused it. He's just cut. We see him just in front of my broadcast colleague there, Jack Anderson. He just cut the end of the bus stop there. Would have had a slowdown, which is how Jack got past him. Here's Tyrone Anderson in the Mauler Esports car having more problems at the bus stop. They are not having a great day out there today at that corner. We spoke about it as one of the danger zones. Richard Mitchum has had a crash here. Let's see what's happened. Coming into turn 1. Gets in hard on the brakes. Does he hit the wall? Let's check it. It's almost identical to Jack Anderson's crash just earlier in the stint. Hard on the brakes. Just goes too long. Does manage to pull it up. Just goes really deep there. So he did well to keep it clean. We'll get back to live viewings here. Back to Cameron Dance at the lead of this race for DBM. As mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, we are not far from the end of this race now. I wouldn't go anywhere if I was you. We're only an hour 45 away from crowning a Daytona 8-hour winner here today, ladies and gentlemen. Just sending out the link for the new broadcast. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing on our road to the end of this race. 239 laps in 6 hours and 18 minutes. We're getting closer and closer to the end of this race. It is looking more and more likely that DBM are going to dominate their way to not only a class victory, but an overall victory in that GTP car. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just quickly see here if we can get the classes up for you at the top of the screen. I didn't remember how I did it before. As I just try to find it here. There we go. There is the class display. That now gives us the leader of every single class. Seb got a meatball apparently. Let's check it out. He's back on track. I haven't seen anything that's led to him. Oh, yep. He went off track. Let's see what happened on the replay. Turn 1. Big moment. Oh, nearly a big whack there. Only have 2 hours to go, remember? Or under 2 hours now, ladies and gentlemen. So, he was out wide. He's okay now, though. This is where he went off track. We're going to get in on the roll bar, see what happened here. Comes into turn 1 and just runs massively wide. Oh, and into the wall. So he's now back in the pits, ladies and gentlemen. That Velix racing car back into the pit bay. We'll keep an eye on how many laps he might go down. Remember, no more fast repairs for them. They already used it. So I have to see how many laps they are stuck in there for. Could this be day done for them? You'd hate to see it. They both, or when coming on the broadcast, seemed like such nice such nice blokes. And, you know, you kind of wanted them to do well after telling their story about their team. Obviously not saying anything, though, for DBM, as we were not able to speak to Cam Dance at any point, as Eddie Beswick has had a problem in the 420 car. Eclipse Sim Sports entry. Oh, he's just lost the rear end. Once again. Very good car control there to not lose it into the wall, ladies and gentlemen. So now we are back with the leader. Velix is now down into 2 laps down. Lockie is young, Seb is ancient. Oh well. I'm glad you caught that one there, Ben. I caught myself saying it as well because I wasn't sure. But there we go. I guess they're the average age, I suppose. We'll say average together. One older than the other, obviously. But they're now 3 laps down. Currently P4 at risk of going down to P5 after this lap. They've now gone down to P5. They've not exited the pits yet. So Scuderia DSR are now ahead of them. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, as we said, anything can happen. Anything can happen. P4, they're now down to P... They're still in P5, sorry. My thing is running a bit behind on itself. So anything can happen towards the end of this race, ladies and gentlemen. It's not over yet. It's anyone's to play for in the GTB class. Out of those top 7, the 7 drivers that are left, any of them could take victory here today. With the right combination or right scenario that comes and plays into their hands. Any of them could take that victory. Whether DBM can keep their run and stay clean for the rest of this race for the last hour and 35 minutes. Whether they have problems and Rapid Team Rensport keep it clean for the last hour and 35 minutes. Whether the top 6 all crash out and P7 just magically comes in and takes victory somehow. So it would be an incredibly interesting watch here for the end of this race. Velix now go 4 laps down on the leader. One lap now separates them and P7. As we see, DBM is now right up the rear end of the Rapid Team Rensport 911 car. So they are now very, very close to lapping the RTR car and are being lapped the whole field. They're not far away from it. Through they come now. Onto the bowl once again. Past the... It's 2 teammates going past each other there. The DBM LMDH car and the DBM Audi there. Just want to let you all know, ladies and gentlemen, this will be non-stop action for the final hour and a half of this race. I'm not going anywhere. I hope you're not going anywhere either. As Velox is now on equal lap with P7. Let's see where Jack Anderson is at the moment on track. Just coming out of the bus stop. So if Velox do not get out of the pits now, Jack Anderson will get past them as they are in the pits. You'd have to say this would be game over for them here today. Once again, oh, as they're getting all squared up here with the BMW as we come. I thought actually I think it might have been the Audi getting caught up there. So Velox now officially in P7. I'm waiting to see when the conversation will end with Ben and Seb to see what the go is there for their car. Regardless, it's an upsetting finish to their day. I wanted to see them do well as we see Drop Bear now coming in to the bus stop trying to get past the second place car of RTR number 911. As my mum has now surprised me in the chat. Welcome, Mando. Good to have you here. So now these are the scenarios that are in play, ladies and gentlemen. The top 6 drivers in the GTP class are now on track. There's 5 laps between them. Only one of them is technically on the lead lap. It is the car that we're looking at the moment, Cameron Dance, in the Drop Bear Motorsport SBM car, the number 296. As we saw with Velix, anything can happen over the final hour and a half of this race. They were in P3. They're now in P7, currently sitting in the pits, 6 laps down off the lead. So, to paint the scenario, it is anyone's game still. Because anyone could crash into the wall. Anyone could then need a tow to then use a fast repair if they still have one available. And so on and so forth. So any of those drivers are still in contention here. Alright, there would be no point for anyone on track in the GTP class to give up at this point. Because you don't know what's going to happen with the top guys. Anyone realistically in GTD Pro could take victory, but it is looking more and more likely to be Team PGZ over Eclipse SimSport 69, as they have got a 1 minute gap over them. But anything, as I said, can happen. They're going to be coming up on that final pit stop in around about half an hour's time to start that final hour-long stint for those GT cars. Of course, as well, you know, back in contention, not really, is the GTD AM class. Of course, P1 Mark 1 Esports, currently P8 overall for the GTs, is P1 at the moment for the amateur class. And they have a 58.8 second lead, although it is dropping, a 58 second lead back to the Porsche in behind of Whitey's Pies, powered by Ryko. So they are looking very, very strong. They've led the field of the amateur class all day today, kept it nice and tidy, nice and clean. They're hoping to be continuing that trait along the rest of this race now that we are coming up to only an hour and a half left here in the Daytona 8 hour. As we also see as well, so PCD Racing has now gone up onto the podium of the GTD Pro class. So, to give a bit of an update for those who may have not been paying attention or may have missed it up until this point. Currently, the GTPs, so the LMDH cars, the ones with the black stripe next to their name, the top 3 currently sitting Cameron Dance driving the Drop Bear Motorsport SBM 296 hypercar. Timothy Cook currently driving the Rapid Team Rensport 911 car. Zach Smith currently driving the Alpha Venturi 616 hypercar, but 2 laps down on the leader. So Cameron Dance is starting to run away with this. You'd have to think he needs to make a mistake here to have anyone else be in contention, but anything can happen. Of course, the top 3 in the GTDs, we mentioned them before. Team PGZ, number 118 Porsche, currently 13 spots up from where they started. A minute behind them on track is Eclipse SimSport number 69, currently in P2, and then obviously, as mentioned before, 1 lap down from the leader of their class, PCD Racing, currently in P3 in their Audi R8. GTD Amateur Class, Mark 1 Esports, number 222, BMW, been leading it all day. They still lead it now. Whitey's Pies, as mentioned before, powered by Ryko Porsche, number 65, 59 seconds behind them in P2, and then P3 is Backmarker Racing in their 021 BMW, a lap down on Mark 1 Esports. As Tyrone Anderson has had a crash here. Let's check the replay. In the Mauler Esports car, number 78, he's come around T1. And he's just lost the rear end and put it into the wall. Have to watch the traffic here. Nice evasive action there by some of those cars to get out of the way. Great awareness as he continues on. We'll get back to live now. Let's check out the battle for... as Velix is now back on track, a lap down from the car ahead, but with some mega pace. With an hour and a half to go, they could easily make that spot back and make it back up into P6. They've got some hunger about them. They want to keep on going. Simon Nicholson, remember, leading the field at the moment for GTD Pro. So not really much of a battle there. Let's see if we can make our way through the field. See some battles happening. PCD Racing. His closest rival is currently at the bus stop. It's Lachlan Capel in the DBM Beyond Blue car, of course, partnered by Daniel Yeaman today. Luke Rosella just coming into the bus stop at the moment. Just trying to see if we can find it. Here's a battle on track, I think. Here we go. One of the lower battles though. Baxter Hopkinson, Alpha Venturi Racing in that Merc. Currently fighting with the CXR car, the number 22 BMW just ahead. Sorry, not CXR, the Chris Cross Racing car. As Seb Murray-Wensberg has crashed once again. We'll have to see what's happened here. I don't think that car is fully recovered yet. Off into the grass, and then bang! Massive incident into the wall for the Velix Sim Racing car there, the number 125. You'd have to assume that might be day done for them, having to have to tow to pits. As we look into the protest section here, no further action taken between the incident of car number 912 and car 444. Pit lane drive-through penalty for car 414 for exceeding 30 incident points. So that was very, very unlucky there for Seb. We'll check out what's happening with Eddie Beswick in the number 420 car. Oh, on the grass. Massive lawnmower man moment in the wall. Unbelievable. A massive stack there. Let's get another view of it here. We'll get on the ride in the roll bar cam. Let's check it out. Just loses it here and then straight over the grass there, over the track, and bang into the tires. Unbelievable incident there for Eddie Beswick. Insane. As we'll now go back to our live coverage. So you'd have to think, ladies and gentlemen, Velix Sim Racing would be out of this race at this point. I am waiting for the confirmation. They might keep going. We don't know. I suppose it would depend on how much repairs they need. This is the close battle, though, that we want to keep an eye on. Greg Barber, I believe it was. Was it not? Oh, this isn't even a battle for position. This is a relative battle. It was Tom Riley who was only a second or so behind him. So, let's see if we can find a better battle, but we'll give these time. We've got Seb in the green room. Let's have a bit of a chat to him. Just see what's happened there. Seb, mate, very, very disappointing. I would assume end to your race.
It is an unfortunate end to the race. It's definitely not one of my greatest moments, but definitely I am feeling super fatigued after today's efforts, and my mind is just crashing. And then Lockie's gone away, and haven't had that talking partner, and just made a couple of little mistakes.
You know, we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. These things can kind of just start to snowball effect as Greg Barber has had an incident here. Let's just check this out quickly here. Crisscross Racing coming into one of the danger zones, and I think he might have, he's just spun the rear end. Very, very easy to do there. I mean, you know what, mate? You showed some great pace today. You've done very, very well. I would hold your head high for the effort that you did put in, because you were up there in the battle for the victory for the majority of this race. Obviously, you know, a shame to unfortunately let it go in the end due to some mistakes. But I think you know, as you mentioned, it's a long season, and you've got plenty more opportunities to try and improve yourself in front of this talented group of drivers. You know.
Yeah, look, and reality is I'm not well, as for lack of a better word, match fit is probably the big thing. Like I've legitimately had 2 races back in the sim, so to jump in and try to do an 8-hour race was probably a bit ambitious in some ways, but still a lot of fun and fantastic racing across the field. And I wish the rest of the guys out there a good finish to the race. But it's just one of those things that it's racing in general. All it takes is one tiny mistake, one lapse of concentration, and once that starts, as you said, it snowballs. So
Yeah.
it's all right, but it's yeah, it's these things happen.
I mean, I think at least the bonus of, you could think of it as, well, it was a day wasted of racing because we got so close to the end and then the car just, went kaput. But you can think of it as, well, you've just had a day's worth of experience of endurance racing to now take with you into the next round, which is, again, one of our longer rounds. And, you can use that to sort of better yourself for that race as well. The good news is next time you only actually have to last another half an hour and you would have made it to the end. So, you won't...
I love Sebring too. I've always really, really enjoyed Sebring and had a natural affinity around that place. So I'm excited for Sebring.
Well, that's great, mate. I think, as I said, you had a pretty good race today, apart from a couple of moments, as Justin Quinn has had an incident here. Let's check out what it was in the Mark 1 car. But I think you'll come up and you'll shine at some other point in the season. I mean, as he's just spun it, they're coming onto the bowl.
And I just want to give a shout out to Ben Anthony for apparently I'm ancient according to him.
Apparently.
Mate, I'm not even vet's age yet. Come on, Ben. What are you talking about?
I mean, just apparently you are, but
yeah. I'm feeling a little attacked here. A bit offended.
I mean, I'm offended, and I'm offended for you.
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, look, I've known Ben for a long time, and we've been shared teams and other stuff together. So it's he's earned a couple of those jabs.
But I mean, I think, like, even the DBM car, surely they're not impenetrable for the whole season. They'll surely have a mistake at some point, mate, and you guys will be able to take advantage.
Yeah, and it just shows that how quickly it can happen, though.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing, like, it's all it took was maybe a couple meters late braking into turn 1, and then once I got out onto those marbles, I was just a passenger, and I was just sitting there going, nope. And after I bounced off the wall, I'm like, okay, car feels good. And then meatball flag came up, and I kept pushing that lap, and I reckon it was still had pace in it. I don't know what was broken, but then I was like, okay, that's fine. And then on the next one, I was just, literally a tiny bit of the wheel touched the grass on the edge of that kink. And once iRacing physics goes, you've momentarily looked at the grass, you're just on ice and you're a passenger, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, real shame for you, mate, obviously. And I think, you guys showed some great pace, as I said, and I think, you guys have got heart and soul about you, and I think that's going to drive you guys to do well this season, regardless of bad luck or not. I think, I think take it in your stride and just keep your head up high, mate, because you showed some great racecraft today and some great speed as well. Like, you were taking the fight to those top 2 drivers that are still top 2 at the moment. And I'm sure you're probably making them stress at one point. So, keep it on that.
Tried.
And
look, there is a lot of things to be proud of with today, and I mean, Lockie and I have had success around Daytona before in the P2, as we talked about earlier. We did have a second place in the Taipan 12-hour. Was it 6-hour? Sorry, Daytona 6-hour. They did. I can't remember when that was. That was back in January 15th. Was it? No. No, that
wasn't maybe last year, because they did the 12-hour.
Yeah, they did a 12. Was it the 12-hour? Daytona 12-hour that we did. I know we did one of them, and
which would have been last year.
Yeah. August last year. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time I raced, and since then they're taking a big break from the sim. So it's amazing how quickly you're like you get fall back into habits and you fall back into thing. But being as I say, match fit is a very different thing. And I know that I could feel it in my mind. The fatigue was starting to kick in a bit, and the everything else. And once you do have a couple little things, it just goes from there. But to say that it's been a bloody strong field across both all three categories, I should say, and there's a lot to be proud of, and a lot of good talent out there. So a bit over an hour to go.
As
Still
we
a lot
just
to
see
play for.
Tom Riley just gone into the tyres there, just on the replay. But massive moment there. But I mean, yeah, there's still a lot to play for, mate. You know, around about an hour and a quarter left. You know, we saw how fast a race can change. You know, it can change in the span of 5 minutes. So any of these guys have got the ability and the opportunity to win this thing. I think it's just going to be who can keep it clean over this last hour and a bit. So, yeah, but great to talk to you today, mate. Once again, very sorry about your race not going the way you probably would have wanted, but you've done well regardless, and I think, you should feel proud that you're going to look pretty strong for Sebring in 3 weeks' time.
Yep, off to practice now and get the car set up ready for Sebring. So thank you very much for today's broadcast. Have enjoyed watching it while I haven't been in the car. And it's nice to jump in and have a chat. And again, thank you to Ben and Type N Events for putting on an awesome series, and look forward to the rest of the season.
No worries, mate. Well, good luck for the rest of the season, and hopefully we can chat again at Sebring during your breaks as well. So
Absolutely.
no worries, mate. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Very, very good there to have Seb in the broadcast booth once again, giving us some backstory there and some reasonings behind why his car went out when it did. Just to give you guys some backstory as well, or not some backstory, but a bit of an update on how many cars are actually out of this race at this point. So I believe Tyrone Anderson, he's still rolling around. So I'm trying to see. So there were 11 cars, I think, maybe 12, including the Velix car. 12 cars, I think, have actually DNF'd from this race at this point. One of them was disqualified, but that being the case, so, you know, there's such a spread of field. Obviously, we didn't get a full grid this week. Not everyone showed up for the race. I think we're missing, what was it? Maybe 15 cars, something like that, across all of the entries. So, as Richard Mitchum has had another moment here. Let's check out the replay. 912 car currently in P5. They've gone into the tyre barrier. I have to keep an eye on that. They are currently losing time to the Infinity car just in behind, with Jack Anderson at the wheel, my broadcast partner. They'll be coming up to their pit stop soon. Anderson could get round the outside here without that damage on his car. Anderson gets the position, moves up into P5 for Infinity Motorsport. So these guys are running on a similar strategy at the moment. They pit around about the same lap. 251 for Anderson, 252 for Mitchum, I believe it was. Let me double check here. Sorry, 231 for Mitchum, 232 for Anderson. We are now at 257. Although Anderson has now not let actually, he's been caught out here behind the GTDs, which has now let Mitchum back pass. We're going to stick with this battle at the moment. Oh, the GTD is getting right in the way here of the GTP cars. Oh, Anderson, very, very tight there, trying to split the gap. The GTDs need to watch out here. They need to be careful not to impede these GTP cars. So he has lost a little bit of time here. As we now have... Oh, Tyrone Anderson has had a crash into turn 1. Let's see what happens here as he comes back on track. It's all the same incident, apparently. Well, now he's towed, so this is now the battle that we're going to keep an eye on. Only 0.8 of a second between 5th and 6th place at the moment. We got Jordan Ferguson in the chat reminding us about this battle. We knew about it, Jordan. Don't you worry, buddy, old boy, Mr. Man United fan. So, this is now the battle that we're going to keep an eye on. This is for P5 of this race. Of course, Anderson was impeded slightly before by the GTD cars. I've seen the protest area. Pit lane penalty for car 420 for exceeding 50 incident points, and pit lane penalty for car 78 for exceeding 70 incident points. As Jack Anderson has now gotten past Richard Mitchum once again. Let's quickly just check the replay here. Coming into the second horseshoe, Mitchum just went wide. Just went wide there. He almost let him past at that point. So now Anderson with a 2.9 second, and it's growing 3 second gap back to the RTR 912 car, currently driven by Richard Mitchum. Have to wonder when Ando is going to come into the pits and back into the box. He's flashing them lights. He knows he's on the screen. He must be getting told. He's staying out for one more lap here, ladies and gentlemen. So he's built that gap out now to 4 seconds. We saw Pat Oliver went off track. Let's see what happened with him on the replay here. It was turn 1. He just ran a bit wide there in the Alpha Venturi car. Oh, on the jump too. Very good job there to keep it off the wall. Nice little rejoin there. Nice and tidy. Done a great job. So, Anderson now looking to put the car back in the hands of Ash DeVries. The blue flag master, as he is known within certain circles. So, the King Wild Boar will be hoping to get that car, keep it in P5. Maybe even get it up into P4, who knows. He did say the goal was either P7, P4, or P1. Well, they're closer to P4 at the moment. We'll have to see how they can go throughout the rest of this race. Check out P1 at the moment. Here we see him. Sam Sutton back in the Drop Bear Motorsport car. 37 seconds is now the gap between him and the RTR car. But of course, the RTR car will need to pit once again. So we are now encroaching closer and closer on to the pit stop. Ryan Green has had an incident. Let's check it out here on the replay. Coming into, once again, the danger zone we spoke about. Running slightly wide. Looking like the rear end's going to come round, and it does. Just gets a bit of oversteer there. Coming into the corner. So Jack Anderson actually lapping 1.2 seconds faster than the car behind, but not quite going fast enough to catch P4 at the moment, as we are now back on board with Sam Sutton from DBM SBM 296 car. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now got an hour and 10 minutes left of the Daytona 8 hour. Remembering to get those chats in, get those discussion topics in for when my broadcast colleague comes back from his final stint in this race. Probably should have stayed with it for another 3. I mean, we can. Let's check it out. Daniel Yeaman's telling us to stick with it for another 3 seconds. He spins round. We got a car coming here. Oh, that was close. Thank you for telling me about that one there, Daniel. Glad we did catch that. So, we're now currently waiting for the next pit stop period. We are slightly offset here, ladies and gentlemen, with 40-minute to 45-minute stints in the GTPs. We've got an hour and 10 minutes left. For those who need to pit again, we'll need to pit twice for a small splash and dash at the end. As they would pit now, 45 minutes would get them to roughly 20 to 7 or 20 to 8. And that would get them, yeah, 20 to 8. So that would mean then they'd have another 20 minutes they'd have to do. As Adam Ferguson in the 912 has now come into the pits. See where Jack Anderson is at the moment. Just coming onto the bowl. Doing very well. Jack Mara for Scuderia DSR. Doing quite well here. Keeping it nice and tidy. 3 laps down off the leader at the moment. RTR has officially been lapped by the DBM car. So now Sam Sutton and Cameron Dance have lapped the whole GTP, not just GTPs, have lapped the entire field at least once. Ladies and gentlemen, they are now the only car on the lead lap. Going down the inside here of some GTDs. So they've really been the class of the show. But remember, anything can happen here in SIMSA. Anything can happen in endurance racing. No matter what level of split they're at. So we see them now coming round the bowl. Up towards the bus stop. He's going to go inside. See the camera shake there from the GTP coming past. In behind him there. Nice and fast there through the bus stop. Beautifully done. Nice and clean. Nice and smooth. That's exactly what you want to see from drivers of this caliber. So, of course, Jared Bailey is right there in behind P2, but he is a lap down. Pat Oliver, P3 at the moment, 2 laps down. He's just come through up towards the entry into the bowl. Jack Mara on the bowl, coming around to the start-finish line, I believe. I am correct. And then Jack Anderson now in the pit. So Jack will get out of the car. Ash DeVries will get in now for his final stint here, ladies and gentlemen. And we will have my broadcast colleague back in the booth. See him down there getting in and out of the car. See him. We'll see if we can catch him waddling over to the broadcast booth here in the sim. I'm not sure I can see him running with his helmet and suit on. Maybe he's only waltzing over, who knows. Oh, but no, he's back in the booth. He must have ran.
I did.
You did. You got out of the car, ran straight over. You know, I'm going to try and take a photo of that. I'm going to edit you into it. Running over to the booth out of the car.
Well, I ran straight here because obviously I was in the car for longer than I thought.
Yeah. Well, an hour and 5 minutes to go. Not long now.
Yeah, Shoz is in for the rest.
Obviously, you had your little moment there around about halfway
yeah, I
through.
kept it off the wall, though.
No, you done well, to be fair. I saw it and I'm like, ooh, it's a bit close.
Yeah, I know. I dobbed myself in.
Yeah, I know
both
you did.
times.
Yeah.
And the bus stop, I locked the rears because there was a GT in front of me. At the wrong moment, so.
Well, Asho's back out on track. How's the Velix car?
I know. I felt bad for him.
Same
They were
as...
going so well, and then I heard Seb. Well, it was too quiet for me, but I heard him. Well, Ben Holiday has a little bit of a shortcut on the turn 2.
Yep, using the Joker lap apparently.
Up to P3 in GT. I can't.
And GT Amateur or GT? Oh, we're still in
It just says
replay.
GT. Yeah,
We're still in replay.
good on ya.
I know. Oh, what Chad Wingard's brother, apparently. Bradley Wingard. That's a bad joke. I have a message from Ben Anthony. Car 919 Alpha Venturi Racing has retired from this race. Not that really affects you, does it? Because it's a GT car.
Yeah, it doesn't affect us, but it's sad to see that another car has had to retire,
No.
obviously. As we've spoke about it multiple times today, it is just a battle of attrition and the survival of the fittest.
I mean, the Shane Newens, that Muller car's been all over the road
Yeah, I have seen it.
over the past stint and a bit. But yeah, so the gap currently to P3, I'm going to assume to the from the DBM car to PCD. Let's have a look here. It is currently 19 seconds from the DBM Beyond Blue car up to the PCD car. So 19 and a half seconds that needs to be made up from the Drop Bear Motorsport car.
I'm expecting a battle between our car, 777, and the car behind us for position 2.
We're a lap ahead.
Because Adam Ferguson is their fast driver, or their faster driver. He's been setting 2s and low 3s all race, essentially. And so we're expecting them to maybe catch us before the end of the race, or pretty close to.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that one throughout as the events unfold over this last hour. As said, though, you know, the 777 will have to come in for another pit stop for a splash and dash.
As will we.
That's what I mean. That's why I said the 777.
They're on the same lap. It's just that he's been passed by, or the leader is in between them and us, so it puts them another lap down by iRacing.
But you just said same as us. I said 777 car.
Ah, my bad.
Oh no! Ash Oz! What's happened to the Infinity Motorsport car?
He's still driving, so it's okay.
I hope so.
Oh, good old Ashos.
Oh, he just missed a drifter.
Yeah, he was telling me to calm down when I got held up by that GT car, and
That was pretty
then he
bad.
goes and spins it, or has a half spin.
Half spin.
Come on, Shozzle.
He caught it though. I saw we had Mr. Man United fan in the chat before. Did he appreciate that comment?
Oh, I didn't even hear you say that. I don't think he did either.
Oh well, he's a bloody defo. He needs to learn to clean out his bloody hearing aids. Oh, well, with an hour to go, 267 laps currently. Well, we're on the 267th lap at the moment of this race for the leader, of course. A lap and a bit ahead of P2. What do you reckon they're doing now? Do you reckon they're just cruising along to the end?
Oh, they can. I don't know if they actually are or not, though. But, yeah, they're definitely far enough ahead that they could just cruise and they'd still be in the lead.
They're still doing 31s.
Yeah. That's like 2 to 3 seconds quicker than we're doing, so shows the difference in the pace in the whole class.
They're good, though. Sorry, big yawn from me. Anything can happen. Daniel Gamage just answering that question that we answered before for Mr. Wingard. So it's pretty much a foregone conclusion now, ladies and gentlemen, that the DBM car is looking like it's going to be the winner of the Daytona 8-hour, the first round of the SIMSA Sports Car Championship. But, I mean, even then.
Nice to put the commentator's curse on it, Hamish.
How do you know I'm trying to do that? Anything can happen throughout the race. Justin Quinn has had an incident. Let's check it out. Mark 1 Esports 444 car coming onto the bowl. Oh, bit too tight.
That was a very late spin.
Yep. Whoa! That was close. He should have gone the other way.
It's a very... Yeah. Almost should have just gone on the apron there, just to give way to the cars.
Surely. Let me see where the battle box shows up. Oh, no, you can't see because of the Taipan logo. I was going to have the battle box for the final hour, but that's fine. We did get another comment. Let's check it out. So then, did you think about any discussion topics, Jackos?
No, I was a bit too busy. I did ask them, the boys, if they had anything, but they didn't.
How rude of them. You would have thought they could come up with something. I mean, a good discussion topic might be Jordan's favourite football team being Man United.
No, I doubt that he's watching the stream now, so...
How rude of him.
Ow. My rib is bruised for some reason.
Too much pushing.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's what it is. You've bruised it from the direct drive. That's what the problem was, I reckon. So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, oh, actually, Velix has now only just been passed there by Team PGZ. So, we're getting more and more conclusive evidence that 6 cars is all that remains in GTP this race. I think we've lost like 12 cars over the course of this race.
There was 12 GTPs and 27 GT3s signed up for the race.
Yep. So 39 total. And we're down to 27 at the moment. If Shane Newens is still on track, he is still on track. So we're down to 27. We did not field a full field today, so not all 55 cars actually fielded in this race. Obviously, not all of them had the cojones to do 8 hours of racing, which is somewhat understandable, but you know, could have still done it. Oh no. That's rude. So we're getting into the final hour now, Jack. You know, what are you thinking about now? If you're the one that's tackling this final stint of the race, you're sort of just thinking, right, just keep it a bit clean. But you know, we're fighting for a position, so now I've got to put a little bit of pace into it. You know, what are the thought processes that are coming through a driver's mind over the course of this final hour of the race?
Well, for us, we were worried about the minimum driver time, obviously. So we were more worried about that than anything. And then we had pace over the bloke that was in the rapid car. But then Ashos was threatened that Adam would get back in the car because he's a bit quicker than us. So obviously now Ashos is probably going to be pushing for the last stint and a bit, just to try and keep him at bay. But yeah, it's a tough one. Like, you got all these different things that we were going through your head about, do I fuel save to try and get more, like one more lap, or do I push, do I conserve, do I just absolutely go for it, or do I be reserved and try and just bring it home?
Well, I think, like, you know, the car's obviously got 46-second gap between Adam and Shoz. I mean, he could push at a reasonable pace, and I still think he'd actually keep the gap by the end of the race. Like, 46 seconds can actually be quite a long time to make up over the course of an hour. Especially if Shoz is doing reasonable times. If we just compare them for a second. So, Shoz, the last lap, did a 34. Adam did a 35. So,
Oh yeah, that's not too bad.
yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's still pretty good. So, if Shoz can just keep up a reasonable pace here, you know, I think, you know, you guys could be on here for a P5 finish, which would be kind of amazing.
You can't be mad at a top 5.
Oh, that's pretty good. That means a shoey for you, doesn't it?
No,
It does. Thought it was
they
top
got
5.
changed to a podium,
Oh, at least change.
so then we don't have to waste so much alcohol for getting 4th place all the time.
What do you mean? Speaking of Shoz, he's right there. About to get lapped by the leader once again. It's like Beetlejuice. You mention his name enough times and he just shows up.
Yeah. Oh, as he tries to weave through the Porsche.
If the DBM car was smart here, he'd just kind of chill behind Shoz and let Shoz pull him through the traffic. Like, he doesn't really need to gain anything. He's a lap ahead of P2.
I think he just wants to build the buffer even more.
I think he just wants to have an ultra bloody dominant victory today, apparently.
Yeah. It's not needed, but I can see, like, obviously when you're in the lead, you want to see if you can build the gap even more.
Ben Anthony has just sent me a message, Jack Oz.
Yeah.
He said he can disqualify 2 GTP cars, so you have to do a shoey.
No. I mean, I'm sure that Ash would love that.
He would.
Me, not
I'm
so
sure,
much, 'cause I've
but-
only drank like 2 days out of this
but-
entire year.
But you know what, though? It also wouldn't be fair on the other drivers to be just suddenly disqualified, so then someone can do a shoey.
You never know, someone could maybe not make the minimum driver time.
True.
Very- Very unlikely, but
Someone could also make a mistake as well.
yeah.
Actually,
Anything can happen in the next, what is it, hour and, 49 minutes?
Yeah, 49 minutes. So only about a stint left for the GTPs. Just coming
Yeah.
up here very shortly. So yeah, it'd be very, very interesting to see here. But obviously, as I said, you know, anything can happen. Someone could bin it. That's them done for the day. You know, only 40 minutes left. like P1 only needs 10 minutes of repairs to be into 6th place. So maybe not 10 minutes actually. Maybe not 10 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes of repairs to be down to 6th place because it's 6 laps. So how easy is it to get that? Well, I mean, you're backing in the wall. You lose a wheel. That'll easily be 15 minutes, wouldn't it? Do you reckon?
Yeah, exactly. Even in the GTPs, they're so easy to rack up. Just like a little nick on the wall or something can easily make it like 5 to 10 minutes of repairs. And they're just so they crumple so easy.
Yeah, like even like towing as well, and having that fast repair in play. But once you've had that first crash, your mind's gone. Like we saw it happen with the Vilix car. Well, the Volix car with Seb, just started to snowball out of control, towards the end of their race. Just constantly having more and more incidents because the mind was gone at that point.
Yeah, we do have a fast repair still. So luckily we haven't had to use that, so we've got that up our sleeves just in case.
I'm not sure if Drop Bear have used it or not.
I'm not sure. I don't think they've had enough damage to need it.
Yeah.
Because we've had like a couple times where we've repaired in a pit stop, but it doesn't warrant enough. Like it didn't warrant enough for a fast repair.
Mm-hmm. Also, anyone in the chat, if there's any questions you'd want us to ask the winners of each class, we'll be interviewing them after the race. So as it stands, we would be interviewing Drop In Motorsport SBM, Team BGZ, and Mark 1 Esports as well. So if you've got any questions for those teams or those drivers associated with those teams, be sure to put them into the chat and we'll try and save them to ask them after the race. Oh, also, Jackals, can't believe my computer crashed.
Yeah, I saw the broadcast start buffering it when I was driving, and then I'm just like, either my internet's about to die, or it might be you. PGZ.
It does say PGZ. I don't know why Nicholson is so confused about that. I'm saying
Is he the American driver?
No, I don't think so. I think he's Australian. And I'm saying PGZ. Maybe he's just hard of hearing.
At the start, the start of the race, you did sound like you said B for bear.
My P's and my B's are very close. Alright? I don't want to have to sound like I'm saying, PGZ. See, heaps of flashing here from the leader. No leeway.
Or as he cuts through the middle of them.
Daniel saying there do be replacing the P with the B oopsie. Or at least that's how the pronunciation comes out. Yeah, I think my P's just sound like B's. I don't like to over exaggerate on my P sounds, so maybe that's just the way that my microphone picks it up. I don't know. But yes, it is PGZ. Imagine that sounded like B.
I heard B.
Oh no. You know what? How about instead of acronyming your name, you actually have the full name so I can pronounce the words that P, G, and Z
stand
stand
for?
for?
That you can't pronounce the letter.
Yes, I can. It's P. Under 45 minutes to go now. Not long here till the end of this race. What have you got going in the background there?
Me, nothing.
I swear I just heard something. Was it
so
the
did I.
race
It was Ben
control?
Anthony. Yeah, it would have been race control. He was just saying,
Car 444, pit lane penalty for exceeding 30 incident points. Car 69, pit lane penalty for exceeding 30 incident points. Car 23, pit lane penalty for exceeding 50 incident points as well.
it was just Ben asking people, like the winners of each class, to remember to jump in the broadcast after.
Hang on, there's no words for PGZ. What are they meant to stand for then? Pigs? Are they all coppers? Is that what it's supposed to be? Maybe they can explain it in the post-race interview if they win their class. What do you reckon, Jackos?
Oh, I reckon it's fine. I reckon you're just overreacting, mate.
I'm not over. What do you mean? I want to get to the bottom of this before the end of the season.
Oh, you'll get it before the end of the season.
I will. I'll get it after the race today when we interview them. What do you mean, yikes? What's the yikes for?
I will be back in 1 second.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now coming up on 40 minutes to go in this race. As the DBM Beyond Blue car will be coming out of the pits. They're up pit exits. They'll be coming out in just a moment. These are your leaders right now. Drop Bear Motorsport currently in P1, but Ben Holiday has had an incident. Let's have a look what it is. Coming into the bus stop, it seems. For DBM. Oh, loses the rear end. Manages to keep it out of the wall, though. Nice save from him. Keeps it tucked out of the way of the other competitors. So these are your current leaders, ladies and gentlemen, for GTP class. It's Sam Sutton currently in the Drop Bear Motorsport car. I know it says dance, but I think that's when I brought it up on screen. Leading the GTD Pro class is currently, Matthew Dench from Team PGZ, number 118 Porsche. And then currently leading GT Amateur is Mark 1 Esports 222 car, currently being driven by Henry Thomas Kircher, the Kiwi, at the moment. As Glenn Wilkinson has gone off track in the 1.9 MX Raps racing car. Oh, just loses it into the bus. A massive incident into the wall. Absolutely massive there.
That had a bit of Jordan Ferguson in that. I seem to recall him binning our car in the special event there.
Bloody hell.
And yes, Jordan, if you're watching, I will just out you like that.
Yeah, so will I. He's lucky we don't go to Bathurst. Be naming a wall after him.
So I just had confirmation from my car
Yeah.
that shoeies have been changed back. It's unanimous between Jacko, Jordan, and Ash. So majority rules that 5th place shoeies return for the team for endurance racing.
Good. I'm going to tell you right now, I want it on the stream before the end of the stream today.
It will not be on the stream.
Come on!
I do not have anything other than straights.
Just mix it then.
I don't have any colas.
What do you mean?
I don't have any soft drink.
So order some Uber Eats right now. Get a soft drink with your Uber Eats and then use that.
I will do a shoey before the end of the night and send it in, and we can show it next round.
Okay.
And Ash, as long as Ben is okay with us showing people consuming
alcohol. I mean, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be alcohol as long as we cut out the bit of you pouring it into the shoe. Could be anything in that
I'm
shoe.
not using my old work shoe this time.
No, you got to use the race boot, mate.
I'm not wearing it.
Doesn't matter. You got to use it.
I don't think your dad would be very appreciative. I don't know if I want to ingest that either.
That's your problem, not mine. You don't want to become part me.
No.
We're like brothers. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we draw closer and closer towards the end now, 38 minutes or 37 and a half minutes to go now. I'm checking over at Discord, waiting for that message to say, yes, you can do a shoey on the stream, or no, you can't do a shoey on the stream.
He was encouraging it.
True. That is true.
It won't be until next event that
Yeah,
it will
till
get shown.
till
I will post it
C-rank.
in the Discord, though.
Yeah, Tom Riley's had another incident out on the grass. Spun it round
Ooh.
there. He's whipper-snipped his way into the shrub. As we now go back to the leader once again. Oh, I've got a message. He doesn't care. Do what you want. Good. Shoeys will be shown at the start of the Sebring broadcast. You know what you've got to do then, Jackos?
What?
You've got to be able to make it a mainstay now of every single broadcast. So it means you've got to finish top 5 every time. So we get a shoey video at the start of the broadcast.
That's alright. I won't have to worry about it for the rest of
No,
the
you
season.
won't. Well, I mean, the next 3 after... When does Ash... Ash is gone for May, June and July, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the next 2 Ash has to worry about. Then the other 3 he doesn't really need to worry about. So...
And then it's up to Jordan and Kyle, or if I have to fill in at some point.
Yep.
Unless I'm able to swap myself out for Jacko.
That is true. But we will see what happens. 35 minutes to go. Anything can still happen in this race. Tom Riley has had an incident. Let's check it out on the replay. Here he is coming round towards T1. On the brakes. Let me guess. Loses the rear end. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Typical Lambo maneuver. That's
Need good peace of mind to reverse back off the track, though.
very, very good. And a typical... that's really not very much on him. That is a thing that is a risk with the Lambo. Jack Mara has had an incident. Currently P4 in the GTP class. Oh,
that was
backed it in.
big.
Oh, that could be some steering damage right there. So they're edging closer and closer now to the end of this race.
They have a meatball.
They have a meatball. I wonder if they've used their fast repair. Do not tell me that somehow you guys are still going to finish 4th.
Out of
How? How does this keep on happening? Jeez.
He seems to still be driving.
Yeah, but he's got a meatball. He's going to have to go in. Let's keep an eye on him. Let's keep an eye on him, actually. See where he is at the moment. So he's just entered the bowl. Or is he just... Oh, no, he's just come out of the...
No, he has just entered the bowl,
Oh, has
I
he?
think.
Yes, he's coming up to the bus stop now. So... Tell you what, though. We've got plenty of clips that we can... I'm going to need you to save the replay, by the way.
I can't save the entire thing, but I can save some of it.
Yeah, because I've now lost the first 5 hours or whatever it was because my computer crashed, so
I don't think mine will save that much.
that's fine. Just
But yeah.
wherever, you know what? Save like the second half of the race because that's where the majority of the crashes were. Because we want to
I'm
have
only
some
going to be able to
crashes.
save as much as my computer lets me.
Oh no, that's fine. I'll save this one and then we'll see what we got. So that Scuderia DSR car now comes into the pits. We'll see if they have a fast repair. That's just currently... we need a good camera angle.
They've just gone again, so...
What?
Yeah, I've used a fast repair, no fuel, no tyres.
Fair
Got
enough.
the fast repair done, and they're back out.
Oh, Ben said he can save the whole... Thank you, Ben. Thank you for saving the whole race. Appreciate it. It means we're going to have more footage to try and get in a better intro for
I can
Sebring.
also take some photos as well.
Oof. That'd be good, because I need some for the thumbnail, because if you didn't know, I threw the thumbnail together in about 5 minutes, because I realised, oh yeah, I need one. And I quickly found a photo of the the LMDH car that we've got. I'm like, that'll do. So, not to show favoritism, but I forgot to take a photo. Sam Sutton is in the pits. He's come into the lane now. So this should be the final splash and or dash for the DBM car. Here in this event. So we'll just check out Jack Mara once again. He's coming around on the bowl now. Currently has a lap and a bit over the car behind, which is the Infinity Motorsport car. 3 minutes. Oh, actually, no, it's 2 laps because it's 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
You know, thinking about it, I'm surprised that they didn't take fuel or tyres, because that would have got them home.
Yeah, why not? Why not take the... Are they going to have to pit again?
I think so. Because I don't think that they... Well, I'm pretty sure they just stopped in their box, got repaired and went. How many laps in are they? They're... Well, it says 1 lap because they just...
Yeah.
1 lap out.
I know how we can actually check it. Give me a moment.
Yeah, I can't check it on my end.
I can in a second. I'm going to have to figure out which one. Give me a second.
The stint info.
Exactly. Maybe able to find the stint one. Just going to quickly move the Type N logo, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of inside sorcery right here. So, Jack Mara. Why is he not on there? We need him on there. There we go. Let me see the output.
So they might only just be able to make it home.
Yeah.
Oh, as Ashos is in the pits, I believe. I've just heard the... I'm hearing the bloke selling pick box in.
So that is the final stop for the Infinity car for the day, ladies and gentlemen, as he is now in the box. So 30 minutes to go here for the Daytona 8 hour. We have yet another message from Ben Anthony. Lap 252 pitted. Oh, so it was 252. That was the start of their stint.
Ah, right. So yeah, they'll make it home.
Yeah. So DBM currently half an hour away at the moment to an inaugural SIMSA Sports Car Championship victory here at the Daytona 8 hour. Tell you what, every time I say SIMSA, I feel like I'm going to say Simpsons. Do you get that as well?
No, there was something else that I kept on thinking that I was about to say, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, the
But it
RTR
definitely
car,
wasn't The Simpsons.
RTR car's now back in the pits as well. So they should come out fairly quickly for their splash and dash.
Yes, I believe they're already out.
Oh, it still says
Or
they're
is-
still
oh
in
no,
the
it's
pit.
second place. My bad.
Yeah, not the 912, the 911. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are as mentioned, half an hour away from the end of this race. Now would be the time to view in, see where people should finish, we would say, right, Jacos? This close to the end now, people are just going to be taking it a bit easier, trying to make sure they get there to the finish line. Shouldn't see, I would hope we wouldn't see too many mistakes. But it's just about churning lap after lap, isn't it? Until you're finally there in the end.
Yeah, you just got to chip away at it the whole time and make sure that you're there or thereabouts at the end.
These guys might actually hit 300 laps.
Going off, if I click on it, I'll tell you my predicted lap. 303.8.
Well then.
Battle for P4 am imminent.
Let's have a look here. Mark 1 Esports 444. Let's have a look. At the moment, no, there's too much of a... Oh, there he is. Thomas Sanderson, 3 seconds behind, 3.3 seconds behind Justin Quinn at the moment. So if he can close that gap... See, Ashaw's just there, actually, so... As YSIM Sport Black will be coming out of the pits this lap as well. So this will be dependent on if Thomas Sanderson can close the gap from 3.3 seconds down to 0 to catch Justin Quinn in the next 27 or so minutes for the end of this race. Well, Jackals, I guess the quick question I could be asking you now is how do you think, or how did you enjoy your first race broadcast as a broadcaster?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I'm playing your backup or your support, but no, I enjoyed it. Hopefully, I wasn't too bad. Hopefully, Ben is approving of it and likes what we've brought to the table. I wouldn't mind maybe chatting to him after and just asking about like if some ideas for the number plates and stuff like that I can help with, and just the little things.
Yep.
I'm definitely keen for the rest of the season of doing this though.
So am I.
And maybe getting into some more.
I'm really keen for, well, not only the other long race that we got, but I'm actually really keen for the shorter races too, because it's going to give us a chance to really try and feel energized for a stream, very similar to how I present vets, where these longer races are more or less of a, you know,
it's an endurance, not a sprint.
Yeah, exactly. Where the 240s and the 100 minutes, well, they're more or less a sprint race, so we can actually be a bit more energized about how we present them and stuff like that. So don't worry, guys, if this stream didn't feel, or if this broadcast didn't feel as energized as what you may be used to, if you've heard some of my other broadcasts in like vets and stuff like that, is coming. Okay, it is coming, because we're going to have shorter races throughout the season. These longer ones, though, you know, it takes a whole day for us to do it. In saying that, though, I will... Oh, no, they're all wrong on my grid thing, on my SDK. Bloody hell. Although, I could say this one, though. So, Team PGZ currently 13 positions gained. I'll see if I can get it for overall. If I can get it for overall, it'll actually help me do it, because my live timing one is screwed because I had to leave.
I was about to say, it says that we're three places down, but I'm pretty sure we qualified. We didn't qualify in second.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's weird. I'm going to try and set it to overall.
Just, Yeah, I'm not sure why it's done that.
Probably because I left when my computer crashed, and then it's had a bit of a hissy fit, so...
Closest battle on track at the moment, I believe, is Justin Quinn and Thomas Sanderson.
It is the
1
one, the one that
second.
we're currently watching here. Sanderson has really closed that gap over the last couple of laps, gained 2 seconds on him on that Mark 1 car. So we can see the Audi just sneaking in behind there. Done a great job so far.
I'd like to thank Ryan Green for the incentive, or the insider knowledge to tell us about the P4 and AM battle coming soon.
There we go. Now I have it for overall.
Nice.
You guys are 1 down. Did you start P4?
I don't think. I'll have a look. I don't think so.
This is wrong, because look at RTR currently in P2. Apparently they're up 21, but they're not.
Yeah.
Well,
We started P10.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, P10.
well, you know what? We can take the gain off because the gain is incorrect. We're just gonna do this now. Sorry, gain. You're now gone. Now we can see where people. Oh, he's gotten past him as well. Thomas Sanderson here gets past him before the bus stop, ladies and gentlemen. So this could be one hell of a battle between these two behemoths. If the Mark 1 car can stick with him. I've saved all my energy for this point in the race. We have another message from Ben Anthony. Oh, his actually works properly. Okay. So, as of him sending me this. Oh, but it's good actually. Justin Quinn is currently on screen. Let's focus on him here. Ready? 15 positions gained in this race for him today.
Who was the biggest gainer so far?
It's actually... hang on. It's him and 2 other people because they've also gained 15. So, Alec Bergstrom... Oh, wait, no. Oh, you know, Justin Quinn and Glenn Wilkinson, 15 positions gained. And then Jake Edwards as well in the Porsche. We'll try and get this one nice and silky smooth. 15 positions gained. I know that was super loud, but I'm sorry. I like to do it. I tried to get the split 3 commentators to do it last night for vets, but they ignored my messages.
Yeah, I would have watched the split 2, but I didn't realise going into the DSL race that it was 67 laps. Of
Oh yeah, and the 51 lap race finished at 10, so it was good. Nice early finish last night.
Nice.
Actually, it finished right on time for split 3 to start as well.
Oh, that would have been pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. So, 20 minutes to go now. It's almost like we're just kind of waiting for the end, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of the cars have kind of spread out over the race, and the only battle I can see really is Thomas Anderson, Justin Quinn that it keeps on going back to for me for the broadcast, the camera thing, the iRacing.
Most exciting.
Yeah. So that's basically what I've had on, either flicked between focus on crashes or most exciting, since I can't see.
I have actually shared the stream into the Discord.
Oh no, I can see your thing, but it's just so then that's where I've caught the accidents that you haven't seen yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because like ever since doing broadcasting, I actually don't like having it on like focus on crashes or.
Because it switches too much.
Yeah, it goes so fast, and I'm like, well, you're just getting caught into this battle, and then you're gone. Like.
Yeah. Or there's a car around the Lamborghini.
Tom Riley, let's check it out.
Just spun around on the entry to the bowl.
Let's see it here. He was just back from where we were on stream.
The drop bear car barely missed that.
Oh.
There was a cigarette paper in between those cars.
Justin Quinn, that's a great little quip there, Jack Oz. He's also had a moment coming out of the same corner. Let's check it out here.
Oh,
they've
synchronized pirouetting.
They've both done it. Synchronized. This has given Thomas Sanderson a nice little advantage here. He's now pulled away from the Mark 1 car. He's pulled the CCR car and the Alpha Venturi car in behind as well through with him. So they've now taken advantage.
Surely someone would have told them that it's not the Olympics. We're not trying to get score for synchronized spinning.
Winter Olympics, you mean?
Hey?
Winter Olympics for the ice skating.
Yeah.
It's a triple deke. Oh, I know, that's hockey. Jeez. Bloody hell.
Yeah. It's a triple helix or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Where triple deke is where you move the puck 3 times and then you shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Like from left to right or right to left, so.
Yeah. You dribble it.
Pretty much. So, DBR is currently etching closer and closer to the point of no return for our car. I think if they don't injure their car in the next 2 minutes and get 15 minutes of repairs, that'll be it. For the Infinity car's chances of winning this race. RTR 912 out of the running at the moment. So it's currently within the top 4's hands to possibly take victory here today. But with only 15 minutes left, Jack Anderson, you'd have to think it is going to be DBM's day here today.
Oh, you would definitely think so. They've been controlling the race ever since the you would say the midway point, or just before the midway point?
Yeah.
They've been in control of the race?
About then, yeah. I mean, one of the points there was looking like, so every pit stop they were coming out ahead of the Volix team, but then, you know, they would sort of come back and get past them again. So, you know, I'm pretty sure it was Volix, or was it Velix? Let me see here. Velix.
This is gonna sound a bit like I'm dumb, but what flag is that?
It's because of
Rensport?
it's because of iRacing. So it's one. It only ever shows like iRacing place flags. So let me just double check it. I know this is gonna look bad to do this on here, but let's just quickly do it here. Who was it again?
Rensport 912.
912. Richard Mitchell, Asia.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's just the actual Asian flag that they use.
Your computer is on the brink, by the way. If you didn't know, it's doing the same stuff that mine used to do for the streaming back in the day, where if you click onto iRacing rather than the Streamlabs,
Yeah.
it will stutter.
Well then. That's,
Time for a PC upgrade, mate.
you think I'm made of money?
You think I made of money? I need one.
Well, I think I'm just going to maybe just close my Opera.
Might be an opportunity.
Or an option.
No, an opportunity. You only get one opportunity.
Don't you dare.
One chance.
You trash. You... What was a raccoon's nickname again? Trash Panda. You trash panda. Bin chicken.
I'm not an ibis.
Love to be an ibis.
Love it, Ben.
Oh,
Keep it going.
You better never let it go. You were close to singing Wake Me Up Before You Go then, weren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was almost gonna say you only got one chance.
Do not miss your chance to blow.
This opportunity.
Comes once in a lifetime, yo.
Make minute copyright
You
strike.
can't get copywritten. It's not playing the actual song. We're singing it.
You can get copyright for singing now.
That's bull.
If it's close enough.
What if you upload a bloody karaoke video?
if it's close enough, I think you can actually get it now. But
Well, that's cool.
yeah. Oh, there's another car off for the I think it's Andrew Saunders going into the bowl.
That do be Andrew Saunders in the drop bearing Cosi car. Let's check it out. He's got, I think it was Thomas Sanderson in behind him. Oh, it looks like he got
got a little bit
turned
of a
there.
helping hand, though, it looks of it.
Let's see. I think it was Thomas Sanderson. Let's see if we
It
are.
was.
I just want to put it. I know this is probably bad
On
too.
Put it on his onboard. Oh, as I think it's Shane Newens has gone off at the second horseshoe as well.
We'll get that one in just a moment. Here we go. We've got the gearbox of Saunders. See if there was contact. No, that is
Yes,
for sure
definite
contact.
contact.
That's definite contact.
You would not be happy if you were in that drop bear car.
Definitely not. You'd be asking if there's going to be a penalty possibly involved. Shane Newens, the modern day rolling roadblock at the moment in this race in the Muller Esports car, just trying to finish the race. Just having another moment there coming out of turn 3.
It's not having the best of races here, Shane. I've seen him in DSL and he's normally pretty good, but obviously just a bit of a lapse of judgment or a mistake there into that corner.
Also, sorry, I missed this one before as well. Pit lane penalty for car 98 SSR for exceeding 30 incident points, but they have served that penalty, so good for them.
GTP going into the lane.
Let's have a look who it is. Zachary Smith, it's P3. You have to wonder if they're going to need fuel here, but currently being 3 laps up on P5. The lowest they're probably going to drop is P4 without having to take any repairs at the moment. So Jack Mara is one we now need to keep an eye on coming round. Oh,
that was very close.
I thought he was going in the grass then for sure.
So did I. I've seen Ashos do that many a time in practice.
So Alpha Venturi back out on track now. So it was obviously just a small little splash and dash. Justin Quinn's had an incident. Let's check it out here. Coming onto the bowl once again. That Mark 1 Esports car not having a good time entering the bowl here. Oh, what happened, Drifter?
Johnny Malacca. Just fuel.
Just fuel.
Oliver has said.
Yep, so just a fuel stop there for the Alpha Venturi car. And Daniel also saying, yep, big old punterino for the DBM car just before. So we're back to live now for the final 10 minutes of the Daytona 8-hour. Been a great race show car. Wow, show car. Fantastic. Been a great race so far. There we go. That's how you talk. A great example of endurance racing and endurance strategy play and keeping it clean, what it can do for you over the course of 8 hours of racing.
I don't know if you just heard that, but pit lane penalty for car 39, which is the Alpha Venturi Racing 818 for contact with that drop bear car into the bowl.
So that would be the punterino that we caught on the broadcast. Well, you know what? Our camera work there surely just did the race control job for Ben then. Because we had that perfectly. He went into the Audi in behind, so it kind of confirms the punterino happening. Simple mistake. They probably just missed the braking marker. They'll cop that now.
Have you been doing this whole race sitting down, by the way?
I've gotten up a couple of times. Why?
I think for the last 20 minutes or so, I've been standing and with my headset, just watching both your screen and mine.
You commentator, you.
Yeah, it's so much nicer.
I know, but my mic doesn't get up high enough for the height of me.
Maybe you should upgrade from your Kmart mic.
Oh, I know. If I had some more money, I would. But I've got to
If
buy
mine
tracks.
worked, I'd still use it. Don't worry.
I've got to buy tracks, and I've got to pay for SDK. So, unfortunately, that's where the money goes at the moment. I'm hoping to go to Queensland soon, so that'd be nice.
Yes, Ben, keep it going.
Oh my god.
Will the real Mr. Please stand up. Oh, I heard the microphone move then.
Yeah, I've now stood up. There you go, but I'm still above my mic. There we go.
The
Alright.
volume's still the same.
Yeah, it still is, so it's still absolutely useless.
If not, no, it might be a bit better actually.
Oh yeah, because I'm closer to the mic now as I watch the screen. I could actually try and read the comments now as well.
Tim, yeah, the Ren Sport liveries look really good. Even you had a commendation from my teammate Ashley DeVries, saying that it's one of his favourite liveries on the field at the moment.
We also have Veronica in the chat as well, giving the praise to the commentary. Thank you so much for the praise. Hope to see you next time out at Sebring. Of course, if you're after a bit more of an energetic broadcast, just a bit of a cheap plug here, be sure to check out VF Veterans every Friday night, 8:30 p.m, where I call the Split 2 action. So the Drop Bear car is about to enter its 300th racing lap here of Daytona.
Looks good from behind, Tim.
I don't mind those RTR cars. They look pretty good. But I think, yeah, we mentioned them earlier, the DBM cars, I think they're the look of the field at the moment, actually.
Sorry, pit lane penalty. Car number 36, which is Alpha Venturi Racing 515 for exceeding 50 points.
Well then, should have kept it on the track, Mr. Lamborghini. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now edge closer and closer to the end of this race. Almost 6 laps to go here of the Daytona 8 hour. Well, not 6 laps to go. Geez, 6 minutes to go. You can tell it's been a long day. I'm trying my best here to stay as composed as possible. There's just so much intensity that we've gone throughout the day. So many different moments.
2.4 seconds or something between lap car in 14th and 15th place GT.
As in 14th and 15th overall in GT?
I believe so.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, overall GT, not just GT and GTP.
Yeah.
It's Greg Barber and Baxter Hopkins racing. Oh, Hopkinson, my bad.
Also, Jake Edwards and Ben Holiday. Oh no, that's a big gap.
Yeah, that's like a 20-second gap or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I see it there. Hopkinson and Saunders, 3 seconds. So very, very close gap. But we are going to stay with the leader here, just for the last 5 minutes because they've earned it at this point. They've earned the broadcast time. They've earned the praise.
Exactly. Over a lap up from everyone else. They've done a really good job today.
There'll be one of, I would say, 3 cars to hit 300 laps today. I expect the whole podium to hit 300 laps.
They've just been a cut above the rest today.
You're really getting the cheap bloody...
Mate, you got to add them in there.
I know. There's been no right out sideways moments today. There was one in practice the other day.
No, there was one.
Oh yeah, there was one early on, but...
I was tempted to pull out the flamboyant style.
Oh, the flamboyant style!
This is Safeway car park stuff.
Oh, look at him there. Just running the car through like someone pushing a trolley back to the trolley bay. Just yeet! Straight through.
As Jack Michelson loves to hear Hamish say, he's got hands like dinner plates.
He does, and he's controlling that steering wheel like an old man going fishing.
Hopkinson, he is currently 15th in the GT class overall.
Yep, P21 overall at the moment as well.
I can't remember if they were in AM or Pro.
They're in amateur. I believe that will mean they are in P10 in amateur at the moment because it's the top 20 drivers in the race that gets shown on the tower, I'm pretty sure. So we're staying with the leader, ladies and gentlemen, because we have only got 3 minutes to go, roughly. And they've earned the opportunity to be on the broadcast for the last 3 minutes. They've led majority of this race. They've lapped everyone on field. Hopefully my computer can withstand the last 3 minutes. So they are... Yeah, so they deserve the camera time at the moment. I might need to turn down my... like how much of the stuff on the track I actually load, like, you know, the trees and stuff.
Oh, it's mostly because it's at night as well, because you would be loading the Ferris wheel and all that sort of stuff as well,
yeah.
and the water on the infield.
Yeah.
But yeah, I turned down trees because you never see them anyway.
Yeah. Only when you're driving.
Even then, you don't really pay attention to them.
Sebring should be okay. It's in the middle of nowhere.
You have got lights lighting up the entire track though, like on the side of the track at night.
Here or at Sebring?
At Sebring, you've got the
Oh, the fog too.
what are they called? The runway lights on each side of the road.
Oh yeah.
The whole way around the track.
Yeah.
So that might hinder your or as we see behind the drop bear car there, the Lambo has had another off.
Another one.
Hopefully he didn't make the wall there.
Hopefully. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we have mentioned, as we're about a minute and a half away from the end of this race, they should get one more lap out of this, shouldn't they, Jack? Or would it be? Or would it be end of race time plus a lap? Can Ben confirm?
It depends on where they are.
Okay. Ben, confirm for us. If he crosses the line, will he get 2 more laps or only one?
It's up to iRacing, I believe.
Okay.
I think normally it's like the officials. Like if you've only just like gone a quarter of the way through, and it's gone like your lap, and it's gone to that say 8-hour mark to finish, then I think it will give you an like that'll then become the white flag.
Will we white flag this lap? He says. It's not.
I do not have a white flag on my screen.
There's no white flag, so we will get at least 2 more laps of racing here at Daytona, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 304 at the moment. So
the
we
leader may be on a white flag though. I think I might have seen the.
If I'm on the leader right now, I would have white flag on the broadcast if he was on white flag lap.
Ah, right. I thought I saw the old mate waving a flag on the tower. I can't remember what iRacing call him, but he's actually got a name.
Steve. That's his name. So we've now hit the 8-hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. We should get to the end of lap 305. There will be 305 raced laps here.
People are getting the white flag now.
The P2 got white flag, but P1 has not yet gotten the white flag. I do not believe. But we will see.
No, we have just got the white flag as well for our car.
So will that mean that P1 should have it?
This will be the white flag now, I think.
So they're about to get the white flag?
Don't know. I don't know.
We're going to find out. Because I want to be able to give them the proper call they deserve to win the race. Let me see. I've got a message from Ben here. Just quickly. It's white flag lap. This is the last lap. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this race today, they have done better than anybody at the Daytona 8-hour. It's Drop Bear Motorsport SBM drivers Sam Sutton and Cameron Dance. Well done to them today in the GTP class. The winners in the GTD Pro class goes to Team BGZ. Drivers were Matthew Dench, and I can't remember the other driver at the moment. And then the winners of the GTG amateur class, Mark 1 Esports, 222 car, Henry, Thomas, Kircher, and Vanderberg as well. Lee Vanderberg, I believe his name was. So, hopefully, the winners of each class.
PCD racing was Brad Watson
No,
and
not
Marcus Watson.
not PCD, PGZ. You stuffed up now. I said P, Ben Anthony!
No, I thought you stuffed it up as well.
No, I said P. Trust me, PGZ. You said
Matthew
I said.
Dench and Simon Nicholson.
There we go. Congratulations to those guys.
Do you want to... Oh, no, they've already finished.
So I'm currently waiting for the winners of each class to go into the green room. How long do you reckon we give them to get in there? 5 minutes?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah. So they've got 5 minutes to get in there and chat to us, ladies and gentlemen. If they're not in there in 5 minutes' time, we will end today's stream, no matter if they join after that 5 minutes or not. I think that's Ben telling them now, isn't it? We have Lee Vanderberg in there, so that's good. We can have it. And Henry Thomas Kircher. We'll quickly chat to them first, being the amateur class winners. Lee Vanderberg, Henry Thomas Kircher, you guys are SIMSA winners for the GTD amateur class. Congratulations to both you and Mark 1 Esports. How are you guys feeling after that victory?
Yeah, pretty good, eh? Thanks so much. Which was a pretty big effort, but I think we just kept out of trouble and had reasonable pace. Managed to get a bit of a break at the start there with Lee tagging on to a few of the fast guys and pro, and yeah, just managed to keep it clean and bring it home. So pretty cool.
Very good, mate. And Lee, any thoughts from you, mate?
Yeah, that's it's just good to keep it clean. I think, or a bit of attrition out there, sort of thing, with a few of the faster guys. So we're just lucky to miss a bit of that and get away with it.
Fantastic to hear, boys. So if there are any sponsors or anyone else that you guys want to thank, now would be your time to do so we can get in one of the other winners as well and chat to them too.
Awesome. Well, I suppose first and foremost, a big thank you to Jeremy Greentree and Justin Quinn for the effort that they put into the set, and also to the rest of the Mac 1 team for the effort and support they give us. Ingram's Automotive for sponsoring us, and our other sponsors, Racecraft, JRT, and Jinx Shifters as well.
No worries, boys. Thank you so much. A massive congratulations once again. You guys are officially race winners in SIMSA. Hopefully you guys can do it again at one of the upcoming 10 more rounds that we have left this season. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, mate. See you next time.
No worries. And who are we speaking to now here in the winner's circle?
This is Simon.
Simon. From the Pro Car?
Yep.
Simon, you are officially a SIMSA race winner here in the GTD Pro class. Massive congratulations to you and your team. How'd that race go for you, mate?
Yeah, it was good. We didn't really have much time to prepare, actually. We were still reading the rule book, sitting on the grid. So, it was good. It was good to come away with the win with little preparation. So, other than that, the race, it was good. Pace was good. Just fuel saving a lot for the race, and knew we could do better on the fuel than the other cars. So, use that to our advantage.
Very good, mate. And if there's any sponsors that you'd like to thank, or anyone else you'd like to thank as well, now's your time to thank them.
Just all the guys at PGZ, Pablo for all he does for the team, and Carmen for all the financial support he gives for the team. And thanks.
No worries, mate. Well, again, a massive congratulations to you on the class win. For today, hopefully you guys can continue this strong form and take another victory this season.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Now, we will get the overall winners in here. Cameron Dance, Sam Sutton, you are officially the overall winners for, as my thing still says V8 Veterans on it. That's fantastic, isn't it? For the Daytona 8 Hour in the SIMSA Sports Car Championship for 2023. How did that go for you boys today?
Yeah, it went pretty good. Obviously, got the win, so we can't complain with that. But yeah, look, we had a bit of a rough start to begin with. It was sort of, we weren't quite sure what was going to happen, but no, in the end, got the result we wanted. Did some pretty smart strategy as far as fuel and then also traffic management. So yeah, came away with pretty much the result we wanted.
Sam, how were those stints for you, mate?
I think the only real blip was me letting off the speed limiter about half a car length too early and getting a stop and hold there. So besides that, I think it was a pretty flawless race. The gap probably could have been a bit bigger there.
Well, once again, boys, fantastic effort from you today. A massive congratulations. You guys didn't really put a foot wrong all day. You were in the battle pretty much from the start. So, great effort from both of you. I hope you guys can replicate that again throughout the season. And if you guys have anyone that you want to thank, whether it's sponsors or teammates or whoever, now is your time to do so.
Yeah, just obviously shout out to everybody that's on the car. You got the likes of Sam Black Media and Cozy and all the boys from Drop Beat Motorsport, obviously, for letting us jump in and have a skid. And then obviously you boys for the awesome broadcast and putting on the series. It's been really, really fun. And cheers to Sam for an awesome teammate as well.
No worries, boys. Thank you so much. Once again, big congratulations to you. I hope you guys can replicate the form in the future throughout the series.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, boys. Well, Jackos, the end of round one then for the Daytona 8 Hour here. I think that was a pretty, apart from my computer crashing, right, which can't really say is anyone's fault. Let's be honest.
No, it's all your fault.
I think that was pretty good, and I think some great racing shown there by a lot of guys throughout. Once again, massive congratulations to the class winners. I can't wait to show the video of Jackals doing a shoey at the start of the next stream because they finished 5th. Sorry. The thing is now that you've said it on streams, you actually have to do it. You can't back out. So again, a massive thank you to everyone who stuck with us today over the 8 hours. I know it was a long one, but next time's going to be slightly shorter because at least it's only going to be 7 hours. But, we got a long season ahead of us, 10 more rounds, throughout the SIMSA season this year in 2023. A whole heap of highs, a whole heap of lows that could be coming. I just hope for some more great racing. I've been Hamish Monroe, joined by Jack Anderson today. We will see you guys on March 18th for the Sebring 7 Hour.